Salutations, my lords and ladies. Yes, we are back at it again. Yes, we are back at it again with another movie review. It is your boy, you know him, you love him, the connoisseur himself. Yeah, that's me. And we also got our goated master of cinema, Mach, with us today. What's good, Mach?
All right, what's going on, everybody?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Today, my dear viewers, we're going to be talking about the movie Obsession. Now, so far, we've done a couple of movie reviews pertaining to a more YouTube director saga. We did Iron Lung. We've also done The Backrooms. Today, I wanted to do Obsession, round it out. Get like a trio. Get a trifecta of
Mm.
three up-and-coming YouTube movie directors. So as always, there's going to be spoilers ahead. Of course, if you haven't seen Obsession, but I'm pretty sure around this time a lot of people have seen it. But just in case you still haven't gotten to go see it, still haven't taken the time to either take your friends, yourself, your parents, whoever you know, to go see it. Spoilers ahead. We're going to be talking about this movie. We're going to go into like what we liked, all that stuff. So you have been warned. All right, that's it. It's time to talk about it. All right, so Machi, yo, Obsession, man. How we feeling, dog?
Look, you know, I what I do every time I go and see movies with you, especially, I hate going into these movies kind of spoiled on like what's going on.
Yeah.
So obviously, came to this fresh, right? I didn't even see the trailer. I didn't even know what I was coming in to go see that day. But then I came in, I saw it, and immediately I heard it's horror. Immediately I got pissed at you, right?
Yeah, bro.
And I was hearing about it, and they're all like, when I was talking to people at the concession stand, they're all like, "Yeah, it's not a funny movie,
I thought it was
right?"
going to be a little bit funny. I remember
I
telling you
thought,
that.
yeah, and you're like, "No, it's gonna be funny." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm coming here looking for a more dry kind of movie, right? And that was completely against what really happened in this movie. It's a really funny movie,
It
first
is.
of all. Like, so the kind of the tone of the movie and like what's going on in the movie, it takes it very seriously, but it's through that serious nature that you find comedy in what happens throughout the entire movie,
Absolutely.
which was lovely, right? But that's just going over how I really felt about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we should really talk about is like, what is this movie about?
Yeah. I'm going to give it a general synopsis. So basically, Obsession is about the main character Bear. Well, actually, there's two main characters, of course. There's Bear and Nikki. Now Bear is I wouldn't call him a hopeless romantic. I would call him like an obsessive romantic in that sense. Like he is literally the nice guy trope. He's very obsessed. He's very romantically inclined with Nikki. He just wants to be with her, or in the honest truth, his idea of her. And he's going over. We find him in a diner. He's going over what he wants to say to her. His friend Ian is kind of like walking him through how he should confess. While they're talking to this one employee at the diner. She
Mhm.
likes what he says. She likes his whole speech, but Ian's like, nah, dude, that's way too creepy. They cut to Bear going home, his cat's dead. They cut to him going to the bar, hanging out with all his friends. Ian tells him not to confess that night, because like don't ruin the sacredity of trivia night, like do it another day, like all that stuff. But Bear is kind of just thinking about, yo, I want to confess to this girl. I've liked her all my life. I liked her since like we were like in middle school. All this stuff, yada yada yada. He's ready to go. Goes, they drive. He even tries to do something that Ian gave him advice for, which is to kind of act like a douche. He does it, does not work because that's not him, but he pretends that it is.
Mhm.
He tries to confess with Nikki. Before they even go to the trivia, he buys something at a special store. He tried to buy her a little gift. What would those stores be called? Like, cause I like what they be like mythic stores, like the stores where you get like crystals and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
mythic stores, stuff like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
like miscellaneous stuff. Like he finds this, he's trying to get like a little gem, little necklace. He does know her to an extent. I won't say he doesn't because he did know
but
that
they're
some of this.
friends, right? They're
Yeah,
friends.
they're
They've been
friends.
friends for
Yeah,
a long time,
yeah,
right?
because
This is like a long-standing kind of crush sort of situation within a friend group.
yeah, because like especially because he also knew like what she wouldn't like from what he was picking through and perusing through. Then he finds this one, kind of like it, like the stuff you kind of see in like those stories, like stuff that like in your heart they like it wouldn't work. It's kind of funny. You buy them maybe
Yeah.
as a gag, or some people actually truly believe them. They still buy them because they have that kind of strong faith with it. So he buys this thing called a one wish low. You crack it, you make a wish, anything can happen. He doesn't read the warnings, of course, because he's the main character in the movie. Never read the warning.
I don't read the warnings of a thing I don't believe in.
Exactly.
That's
True.
the whole
True. So he's driving Nikki home. She wants to go home. Ian wants to go keep partying out. They also have a friend named Sarah. She's a goat. She is the goat. Absolutely. They are trying to leave for the night. Sarah and Ian go off to continue the party. Nikki and Bear head to Nikki's house to take her home. Bear's like, okay, let me do that one joke. I know it wasn't about me, but he makes a joke.
Tries to shoot his shot.
Tries to shoot a shot.
It does not work.
It does not work.
Don't know how to
I don't even say he fully shoots his shot. She even gives him the option.
The problem is he won't shoot his shot.
Yeah, he won't shoot his shot. Absolutely not. No, it's like because she even gives him this open. It's like, do you like me or not? And he's just like, nah, dog. We're just friends. That's literally his vibe. And then afterwards, she walks into her house, and he's like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna make a wish. What the heck? And he cracks the thing. He says, I want Nikki Freeman to love me more than anyone else in the world. Crack. Boom, wish made, hell breaks loose.
Hell breaks loose.
Absolutely. And this wish entity or spirit takes over Nikki, and this boy has the entirety of the worst comic thing to ever happen to him, bro. Absolutely. Bear's not a good guy in this movie. He is not. He's not a good guy.
Fuck Bear. Let me just purpose. Fuck Bear.
We can't say that, absolutely. I agree with you.
But you come into this movie, right, and you're looking at Bear, and obviously you're feeling sad for Bear. He just went through something pretty bad in the beginning of the movie. His cat just died, and you start the movie off, and he's crying over the cat. The cat just died. Then his friends are like, "Yo, coming to trivia night tonight," and he ain't trying to go to trivia night that night really, but it's his crush. So he goes.
Yeah, bro.
Right? And he goes with the excuse of, I'm going to buy her this necklace thing, right? Give it to her. Maybe confess my feelings as well. And it's all like, And you see throughout this, okay, you think Bear's going to be this kind of person that you're like, yeah, Bear, go get the girl. And then you really know, you meet Bear in this movie.
Yeah.
All right? You really find out what his deal is and what his real problem is about this movie. We're going to get into that in a bit. But the movie is aptly named Obsession, right? As much as Bear thinks he's obsessed with Nikki, he doesn't really understand what true obsession is. And that is shown throughout this kind of alternate personality that Bear wished upon her, essentially.
Yeah.
But it goes into kind of what we believe these characters feel towards each other.
Yeah.
Without all the wish stuff, right? The whole problem is that now, you wish that she loves you more than anyone else in the world, and it's a full-on obsession with him, where to the point where she's actually mad that he is not in love with her as much as she's in love with him.
Mm-hmm. Well, the entity, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, the entity.
Because
right. But also her in a way. And it goes on through him, through her just showing more and more layers of new obsession, as the minute goes by, and him not being able to handle it. And even there's a brief period where he's happy about it, right? And he's like, yay, she's in love with me. This is going great.
And he knows it's Cap too. He knows it's Cap too. He knows something's wrong, but he doesn't care because he's like, I'm with Nikki. When he's not really with Nikki, he's with the entity, bro. Bro had his door taped shut. Bro had to eat his own cat. That was wild. That was wild.
That was the second I knew. Man was a piece of shit when he ate his cat, came back, and couldn't cut that bitch out of his life. I went, no. No, let me stop you right there. Doesn't matter how much I love you. If you feed me my dead
No, I'm not
cat,
arguing with you. You can't say it like that.
The entity that is
the entity
possessed her is the one who did that, number one.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then you could also say it might be the other Nikki. Who knows? But no, it's definitely the entity that did it.
No, it's definitely the entity.
She's right. And she's like, no, let me stop you right here. you can't feed me my cat. And he's like, you can't do that. When he comes back, I was like, no, what are you treating her like a child for?
It's not even.
Right? It's the whole. She's obsessed. It's a two-way obsession in a different kind of way. She's obsessed to like the detrimental degree, and he's obsessed to an unhealthy degree that is clouding his judgment every time he tries to do anything.
Yeah. One, obsession is absolutely unhealthy. Like that is the full throttle of it. But it's more towards Bear's obsession. Like Bear's obsession is unhealthy, which causes him to have an unhealthy kind of situation going throughout with him, because he could have cut it off at multiple times, but through his fear, through his own what would be the word?
Cowardice.
Fear, cowardice, selfishness, all that, all in line. Because you see Bear at the start, you're like, oh, this is like he's just a sad, sweet little like baby. Like that's what he is, like a little nice guy, right? But then afterwards you go through it, he's not a nice guy. He's just a guy that's like obsessed with a shorty that doesn't realize from the start he would never get with this girl. He would never get with this girl, and they've always been friends. And he also, through that obsession, he doesn't see clear things that are going on within his friend group. For one, there is a girl that is legit into him and is honestly a great person. Sarah didn't deserve anything, bro. Especially the two people that didn't deserve anything in that movie was Nikki and Sarah. Ian is kind of a snake. But we had the conversation with it, but I will still say, like, that he knew that Bear was into
listen, chatters, or my audience, please listen to this real quick.
Don't have a messy friend.
Don't sleep with your man's crush.
That's whack.
Frame one. If you do that, you're whack.
That's whack.
All right, and then don't go on there pretend like there's friendship there after you did that. Nope.
You
made the choice. You leave. All right.
Yeah. That. And also, bro, Mr. Yo, bro, I got $1 billion. Ian is not on there again. Because he acts like he cares about Nikki too. But it's really just because, like, he's like, bro, how is everything switching up now that, like, she's really into him? Even though, like, we've been, because he doesn't care about her. They were just like, neither of them cared about the other one. Right?
Yeah. One thing problem with Ian is that he still cares about Bear. And he knows.
Yeah, he cares about Bear. Yeah. And he's thinking to himself that, like, oh yeah, Nikki's just messing with him because she's mad at me or something like that. One thing I do wonder is, so people have been arguing about the fact that, like, Nikki might have actually liked Bear in some way. Especially because when she said that, like, no one would really know if I actually like somebody. In my honest opinion, bro, I think Nikki low-key liked Ian. I think she did. I think she actually did. I think, like, a little bit of her actually had feelings for Ian. But since they started a relationship where it was, like, just...
That's how situationships started.
Yeah,
you know?
Friends with Benny's. I legit think that, like, her secret crush was Ian instead.
A lot of situationships start with, hey, we're just, the sex is just casual. Next thing you know, feelings developed.
No, for real. But that was it just got to that point. But, like, yeah, no, the two people you need to feel bad for is Sarah and Nikki. And, like, Barry doesn't realize that Sarah legit had straight earnest feelings for him, especially because, you know what's the crazy thing about this? Another thing I realized when it goes into this movie, right? And another thing to do with Bear's assumption, the first person he honestly feels comfortable with telling that his cat died wasn't even his best friend, wasn't even Nikki, who supposedly, like, they're close enough to tell everything.
It was Nikki. He was comfortable.
Okay, well, he was
to try and tell her.
But he didn't have the option.
Interrupted.
Yeah,
but he
was comfortable enough to tell Sarah what was going on. And it seems like they've always had, like, moments where, like, they could be close to each other to talk to each other about stuff. So it's like when he's, like, sitting down and then, like, he's I don't know if it's just because he was in the store at the time, but to be comfortable enough to, like, kind of go over something you're worried about with, like, getting accepted into, like, a college. What was the college anyway? Was it like a film college or was it like a music college?
It's an art college.
It was an art college? Okay, it was art college.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a tattoo artist.
Okay, word. Thank you. Well, like, having that and having those moments, like, you can really tell, like, there could have been a good relationship blooming there. A great relationship blooming there. But no, bro. No. He all he wants is Nikki, dog. And it just Bear, man. Bear. One of the biggest things that frustrated me with this character, bro. Two things, right? Because and this is one thing I want to add with, like, the actor himself. When they're going over the scene where Bear's about to try to kill himself, right? Because that's literally what you're supposed to do. In order to counteract the wish lasts until you die, right? So he decides, like, at the very end, after Ian gets shot in the head by Entity Nikki, and Entity Nikki also kills Sarah by going like bam, 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 bam on her steering wheel. And it's just them, and that's it. He goes into the bathroom. He's planning on killing himself, and at the last second, he cops out and tries to make himself throw up the pills. But at that very moment, Entity Nikki makes a wish and makes him fall in love with her just the same way that he that's the same way that the entity loves him. And I find that so interesting because it comes out later that when they were going over that scene, originally what was supposed to happen is that Bear kills himself, right? But the actor was like, nah, Bear wouldn't do that, bro. Bear is a coward till the end. He's a coward to the end.
The second I saw him start putting his finger down that throat,
I was like, bro,
I went, you're finished. And I'm so glad because I knew I was waiting for her. Because obviously you see the thing break and fall down. Mm-hmm. And so we know there's a wish in that room with her. And I was like, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that quit. And the second I saw him put, I went, you deserve her to make that quit. You're done. Good for you.
It's just, bruh. And also the part where the thing is asleep, so Nikki comes out, and she's like, Bear, please kill me. Don't get me wrong, all right? Those moments, especially like having to put in that effort to kill somebody, it'd be crazy for me to say that, like, oh yeah, he should have just locked in and killed her when she asked, or oh yeah, he should have locked, because those decisions are never easy. But I feel like this is really what I really want to say is that, in truth, this was all his fault. In truth,
it's all his fault.
It's all his fault. There is no redeeming quality with Bear. There is nothing that you can say to me to make me feel like, oh, but like, because especially with the whole thing of, Bear didn't know it was going to work. It was just a joke, right? But it worked. And then he had that phone call with tech services where not tech services, but like
the One Wish Willow hotline.
Hotline. And they even say, you want to talk to Nikki? And Nikki's going, like she's in hell, which she literally was in mental hell jail. And he's still like, oh, I'm going to just go back inside and be with this creepy entity that's been feeding me my cat and locking me in and freaking out when I try to go hang out with the boys. Absolutely. Because he doesn't care about Nikki. He just wants to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you want to be with somebody doesn't ultimately, he doesn't love the idea of her. Nikki. Exactly. And that's just why it gets me a point where, like, I can understand him freaking out with those choices, but it doesn't equate to the fact that he still is cowardice. He still legit ruined this girl's life. So it's because, and this is actually an interesting thing, my dear viewers. We find the directors, the two directors, two writers, and then Curry Baker is director, but they both worked because it's it's a duo. It's a duo. We have
it's a comedy duo, right?
Yeah, it's a comedy duo. Yeah. From That's a Bad Idea on Instagram, because I actually found them a while back on their their Instagram, and I loved their videos. They were hilarious. I think one of my favorite ones is like, because I think it's one of their older ones, but it's like Cooper, because it's Cooper and where's the other guy? Why and Curry? Yeah, I'm just gonna say Cooper and Curry. CNC, bro, CNC. They made this one video which I think is funny, where Cooper and like the whole family's trying to go off to the beach, right? And Curry comes in, and Curry's like, it's like, yo, I can't wait to go to the beach. And Cooper's like, yeah, I can't wait for you to come. He's just like, Cooper, what? And then it goes to this whole dialogue where he keeps going back and forth. He says like, it's like, yeah, everybody wants you to come. It's like, why do they want me to come? He's like, yeah, even our uncle wants you to come. He's like, yeah, he's in the car coming right now. He's like, bro, what? And it goes to this whole like detail and this whole like running joke between the two of them. And it's a crude, funny little joke, but I enjoy it. But like the two of them, they're like a duo. They're a writing duo. They know how to do good like comedy and stuff like that. And this movie it's a serious movie, and there's serious elements to it as well, but they know how to do dark humor very well as well. And I feel like it adds on to the movie. Yeah. And like that's why, like, when I was like watching this and seeing them work together, I was like, this is amazing, and I truly enjoy it, especially because they took
very much situational humor. There's no point in this movie where they feel the need to go, let's make a character make a joke.
Exactly.
I don't remember a single joke any of these characters seriously made, not even when they're at the party drinking.
Absolutely not. Yep. I think actually no, there was like one joke When I was, I wouldn't even call it a joke, but it was like, what kind of spell did you put on her, bro? And they're all laughing in the party. That was like the one thing. That's like a regular like party scenario, you know, try to ease the tension. That was like a tension easer kind of situation, like the break the ice kind of situation, because like, you know, Entity Nikki was freaking out. Oh man, dude, when she pulled Sarah, I thought she was about to break her neck. I legit thought she was about to break her neck.
A bit in the horror of this movie. A lot of the horror of this movie really focuses on the actor for Nikki's performance.
I think I'm gonna mess up the last name, and sorry, like we said
Navarrete?
before.
I believe.
Oh, there you go. See, that's we always need a machi in our lives, bro.
I might be wrong. Don't trust me. No, you know, but
I think it is Navarrete. It should. All right. Well, wait. Don't add us. We're sorry we're not good at names, but yes, Indy. She is amazing. Even though because this one,
So to be specific, her performance is like ahead of the rest, but everyone else is also doing a great job.
Absolutely.
But like her role demands a lot of her, and she delivers it very well. Right? It was phenomenal to see her just play this up throughout the whole movie in such a, because like obviously it's like a silly thing that's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in such a serious way that she's playing it, and even just such a scary way, and even like when she has her big frowny face, I'm scared. And it's objectively goofy. That is an objectively goofy face she's making, and I'm scared that she's making that face.
It's like almost like uncanny and like cartoony.
Yes.
Like it's really like you never would imagine somebody having like a face like that to like emulate that they're sad. Like that's very cartoonish, very uncanny. You're like, oh my, like it makes you feel, because especially with this movie, I wouldn't say I was scared. I feel like I was uncomfortable, and I think that's what does this movie well. Like it's not a like I'm like shaking in my seat. I'm like grossed out. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling uncertain. I don't feel safe. I'm not terrified, but I think that's better.
Yeah, I like that. I like the tone of that, and you could feel it. 'Cause, like in our movie theater, like people were talking all throughout it, but they were enjoying the movie. When you would hear them talk, like, Jesus, what are you doing? No, right? Yeah. Like that kind of stuff. Or even just like when they tear, and like even the last they'd get, it's like, yeah, this it's an enjoyable kind of horror.
It is, man. It is. It truly is. And then like one thing, even like particular, the scene, there's like one scene, the scene where like she's just standing, she says like, okay, you know what? Just stay here. Oh, you know, don't move a muscle. I'll be right back. Because the entity's gonna take it seriously. They don't move a muscle. Nikki stays there the entire day. He's gone, working his shift. Comes back. She is covered in her bodily waste. She's covered in her bodily waste the entire time when he comes back, because she didn't move a muscle. And I was like, wow. Dude, I was sent with that. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, that is crazy. Yo, we need to give this girl some help. She needs some help, bro. This is crazy. Like, we need to get this entity out of her body. We need to call a pastor or something. We need to exercise. We need an exorcism right now, bro. Like, oh my gosh. I
fear for the pastor. I'm not gonna lie. She's scared me. The second she goes into the bathroom to clean herself out, and he goes, I'm gonna go to that party alone. She cuts off the water immediately, and it's dead silent. You know, no, take that back immediately, because it's about to get ugly.
No, he's like,
it's to a degree where there's no way she's ever going to kill Bear.
Exactly.
But it's still scary, and Bear's in no danger this whole movie, and I'm still scared of what Nikki's gonna do.
Exactly. It's like, it's also crazy because, like, bro, it's like, oh my god, this is why this movie is so good too. Like, because like, Bear is ultimately the problem this entire movie, right? But you're so focused on like what entity Nikki's gonna do, that's who you fear the most. But Bear's really the monster, dog. And it's because even yeah, exactly. Even the entity's not messing with him, because like when she kills Sarah, the entity's like, Yeah, Bear,
You know,
Bear, you know,
this was your fault.
this was your
You know,
fault. You wished
he's
for
crying. He's
this.
upset about it because that's his friend, right? Like
Exactly.
he was feeling the type of way about
Yeah, but
it.
he was
And she
he was
goes,
gonna be on some
"This is your
nonsense.
fault. It's okay. It's okay. Don't cry. This is
Oh,
your fault. Don't worry. You know this is your fault. You know you did
it's
this.
like you
Don't
made
worry
this
about that."
wish. Oh, you know what the question is? When Bear comes in, right, and he's talking to Sarah, right? Because also this friend group is messy. This friend group is messy. Because Loki, Sarah was flirting a little bit with Bear. She's like, I was on your left. Like they're like looking back and forth. And it was Sarah says like, I feel like you just deserve something who's like really chill, you know, who understands you. And he's like, what, you mean like you? And like Bear flirted back. Like, bro, Bear is so whack for that. He's so whack for that. Also, because
you have a killer.
you know you have a killer girlfriend right now, bro.
Right now,
You know
and
she acting
there's no
crazy.
way she didn't wake up and know that you ain't what you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
You knew. That's why she
Oh,
said, "No, this is your fault." Don't
exactly.
play.
One
Don't
thing I
play.
always get is like, I wonder if the wish makes the entity know where he is at all times, or like her eyes were closed when he was looking at the phone. But I don't know. We don't even know that because like the entity was very quick with it, very shifty. So I don't know. But
She followed. That's what she did.
oh yeah, absolutely. But no,
Like, I'll tell you right now, she didn't know that she was talking. She didn't know a thing about what they were talking in that car. But she knew he was with Sarah, and she knew I'm about to go up there. She didn't come to like, oh, I was listening behind the car or anything. Find out. She came immediately with that break to kill her. All right, she was hauling that. All right, that wasn't no. I started running now. When you see her in frame through the window,
I know,
it is.
bro.
I'm already been running, and I have this route to kill that woman. Ow!
Nah, dog. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Especially when Barry's tweaking and then she just gets, you're gonna have to help me get rid of the body now. And then afterwards he gets rid of the body with her, bro. That's another thing.
Her, and then
This
he gets in
man
the
is
car,
not
and then
stoppable.
he reads. And I love this. He read that letter
Exactly.
from her college. She wanted to read that with him,
And she got accepted.
She got in.
Literally stole her future.
And I love that's
stole her
what
future.
I love is what broke him.
Exactly.
It's him stealing her future. That's what broke him.
Like, he literally was trying so hard. Oh my god! Oh, even when he was trying to change, like even when he called up the services too, it wasn't to get the wish canceled. It was just to change
the first time. The first time wasn't to get it canceled.
Yeah,
I remember. I love that he said, "Hey, you want to cancel your wish?" No. Can I get it changed? Well, you can't get it changed. Okay, then can I cancel it? No, you can't cancel it either.
He's like, oh dang, bro.
I just want to see what you do.
Dude, the two favorite parts is like there's two people in this movie who just give him crap, and it's a guy on the hotline, which I'm pretty sure is Curry, and then the guy at the store. He's like, oh yeah, we're out of that.
They might be the same person.
Maybe, I don't know, because I think the guy who was on the phone is the director, Curry.
No, I'm
pretty sure
both of them. So I think even the woman at the store the first time he goes there, who sells cement the first time.
Yeah.
Right? I'm pretty sure she might be in on it too.
Maybe.
Because when she said, because the whole thing, when he goes in the store, right? He goes in the store to get Nikki a new crystal, like necklace crystal, right?
Yeah.
But when she's on the phone, she said, I dropped it down the drain. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, dropped down the drain. And when you hear that, it's like they were having like a conversation, and then immediately that happens. It's like that's just a weird thing that happened that kind of set him off to go to the Inside an Instant place to get the thing, right? Yeah. But then when he walks into the store, you know what the woman says? Why did she say that?
Well, I don't remember what the woman says. What do you?
The woman. No, that's what the woman said when he walked in the store. The woman who was on the phone goes, "Why would she say that?" Like she's talking about Nikki saying, why would Nikki say, I dropped my necklace. Oh, I really wish I could get a new one.
What? Hold on, Machi. You're talking about the store lady when she was on the phone, right? When she was on the phone with somebody. And then Bear's talking to her. Well, I think when she was still
she's on the phone with somebody else.
Yeah,
right?
I think she was still talking to the
also,
person on the phone.
Like,
because I think the phone person was talking about the drop. I think the phone person was talking about the drop, not to Bear. Because the only time she interacts with Bear is to when he was asking her questions about what to get, and then like when he's asking her about the wish. But
I'm saying because I want to watch it a second time. Right?
Yeah. Oh, you want to watch Obsession on the second?
Yeah, a second time.
Oh wow, okay.
I noticed this on the second watching, and it was more like, hey, that's kind of a meta kind of thing. And goes to the show because even the guy when he goes to get it again, when he's messing with him, he's like, yeah, I don't He's like, "Where's the one show? Where's one show?" He's like, "I'm just
That's
playing."
what I
She's
wanted to
like,
get into.
"Move
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here,
they're like
right?"
right there. Yeah,
That guy,
the guy said
right?
he
But
made a
they
wish
seem
though.
to know a lot,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the guy
I'm
said he
pretty
made a
sure
wish.
you guys already, I already made a wish. I already made my wish. I'm good, right? But they
Yeah.
also seem to know a lot about this stuff,
Well,
right?
yeah.
And if they're the guy on the phone, right, obviously know about all the women's world stuff and whatever, right? And they
Hmm.
seem to know a lot, even to the fact that they're able to tap into Nikki,
Yeah.
right? So it's obviously a mystical thing going on with them, the people who even make these wishes and whatnot, right? Which is the whole thing there.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think
I'm
it's also
saying it
like,
moves on to like
yeah,
who's like really running this kind of operation
true,
stuff,
true. That's
and like
that's an
how much
interesting
do they
thing.
know about everything that's going on?
Well, they are going to make a cinematic universe. I didn't get to fully finish this up, but so they're making a new movie called Anything But Ghosts, right? Where it's like two con people, right, pretending to like exercise ghosts and find ghosts, and they're actually going to end up going to a house where it actually has a real ghost. And then the first few minutes, they did say this. The first few minutes is going to be a news caption, like a news thing, where it goes over somebody that has been arrested, and that's going to be Nikki, because in the end Nikki finally breaks free of the curse because Bear dies, and she's around all the dead bodies and everything like that. She's freaking out because poor girl, she has to be scarred mentally by everything that has happened, because she was there the entirety throughout what the entity was doing to Bear and everybody else that she loved. So
Technically, her body did kill Sarah,
yeah, so it gets to a point where
and
she gets arrested. Yeah, she gets arrested for the crimes of everything that Bear put on her,
not Ian.
with everything that with his wish. So it's just like you get to find that out. Another thing I wanted to go into though, like with it, because I also wanted to add this, right? Both I like that people do give like give Curry Baker props, especially for the movie, especially as a director too. But I mean, I may be wrong about this, but I do also know that because they both worked together on this movie. They both like wrote it. They both wrote it. Like
Yeah.
they legitimately. And I just want to give a shout out also to like hold on. Just want to make sure Cooper as well, because they were a duo on it. They both wrote it together. I feel like most people like talk about Curry as like director, because I feel like as usual, like always people go to the director more than like when it comes to like the writers and stuff like that. So like, and just for both of them, they worked together on it. And the fact that like when they were going through this, right, when they came up with like how to like pick out who Nikki was, they wanted a person that could do both the natural and the crazy well. And like they found a lot of people that could do like one or the other. When they met Indy, right? She was able to really do the vice versa route, where it was calm to crazy to everything, and that's really like why she got picked. And you, as you watch the movie, you see her craft, you see how she's doing it well, and it's just like if she doesn't win an award, I'm gonna be a little bit like not even a little bit. I'm gonna be fully annoyed. Like that's gonna be crazy. That's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
tell you right
crazy.
here, she's not going to win an award, and she's not going to be for any of the right reasons. All right, obviously she's not going to win an award. No one's. They're not going to even let her get nominated. All right.
That's so whack though, but that's really how it is.
I don't believe if they let her get nominated and she doesn't win that award, something else is going on. But
because honestly, dog, it is. I don't think I've seen something to that like scale since like honestly Misery, like the movie Misery, like to that like crazy mentality. I mean, maybe it's crazy to compare that, but like and I think it's Ann Wilkes. Yeah, Ann Wilkes. Like it reminds me like how the way of her crazy reminds me of Ann Wilkes is like crazy in Misery. And I like it, especially like the tension you get where you're kind of stuck there in a situation with this person and you don't feel safe. It really brings that to me, because Misery is an amazing movie. It is an amazing movie. I really enjoyed watching it. And like getting to like actually like take the time to like see all the intricacies of it, and like just see how crazy it is just to be trapped in this house in this like snowy plain with this woman that like claims to be your nurse, but the entire time like she's actually a fan of your books and she's obsessed with your books and obsessed with you as a writer, and you're just stuck there, you're trying to figure out a way to escape. Like it's like it literally had me feeling this way like when I was watching the movie. So I was like it's another add-on to just how good like this movie was, but also just how good Indy did as a character. One last thing I want to say is that you want to know what this movie reminded me of? Like legitly, if y'all like anime and y'all want something that's like Obsession, y'all need to watch Mirai Nikki. That is
shut your ass up. Let me stop you. No, let me stop you right here.
What do you mean?
In the way that Yunagasai is like obsessed with someone, sure, but throughout the entire rest of Mirai Nikki, is nothing like this movie. All right,
Well, it's different premises, but like the way that what's
different
Yuki?
premises.
Wait, hold on,
Let
hold
me
on, hold on, hold
we'll
on,
talk
hold
about
on, hold on,
this
hold on, hold on.
off.
Hold on.
Camera.
This is all I want to say. This is what I say when I mean different premises. I said different premises is that Mirai Nikki, right, is more of a like science fiction. Was this
It
science
is a
fiction?
battle royale.
Yeah, battle royale, science fiction, yada yada yada. Right. The only thing I will say is that
Science fiction. It's a magical battle royale. Let me stop you right there.
What did it? Oh,
God comes in, gives people
Is that
a
magical?
diary to. Yes,
Would it be more religious?
literal God named literal Deus Ex Machina.
Well, yeah, but is that more religious?
And he gives people.
Would that be more religious?
A future? No.
Also, because it also has to do with like phones and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of like
that's not science fiction. He literally
it's future diary. It's a future diary that you get on your phone.
You get on your phone. It doesn't matter. It's still your diary.
Okay,
because some people didn't write it on their phone. They would write it on
sci-fi, whatever. Magical. That's not the okay, Monty. That's not the point. What I just want to get into, right, is that the reason I'm saying that Mirai can be a good watch is because, especially with how Yuki is, it literally kind of is how Bear is at a start, with how his selfishness and all this and that, and also the craziness with Gasai, and also you have Entity Nikki. That's all I'm saying. Also, because it's kind of funny that you have the name is Mirai Nikki with Indy. That is it. That is all I'm gonna say, because it gets that.
Do not watch Mirai Nikki. Let me stop you right there.
Mirai Nikki is crazy, bro. It is a very
crazy.
It's a good anime.
Make sense. I don't know.
It's fun.
4 out of 10. That's on a good day. All right, let me stop you right there.
If y'all like psychological anime, definitely take it up. But
Psychological, he says. Psychological. This man.
It is crazy. Right. It's weird. It's
It's weird. Yeah, it's definitely weird. A lot of bullshit does just straight up happen out in the middle of something. All right, we're not gonna pretend like a woman didn't bring out a bunch of missiles from her ass. All right.
What are you talking about?
Episode 4.
Oh my god, that did happen.
Episode 4. Let's not pretend like things didn't happen that did happen. All right. A lot of people who will recommend you Mirai Nikki do not remember all the bullshit that happens in Mirai Nikki.
All right,
it is a fever dream.
All I'll say it is, right. If it's not, you can't compare the two. I'm sorry. I probably said it like that, but it's not to compare the two. I'm just saying, like, if you want another crazy vibe like that, I'm just saying you could try that out. It's just for fun.
Want a crazy vibe? Go watch that. Sure. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to talk about real quick.
Okay.
Talk about.
All right, bet.
The shadow work throughout the whole movie,
which
really helped sell the kind of creepy undertone of everything. Where a lot of the poignant kind of scenes, because obviously this whole thing of it's not really Nikki, and the way she's just completely covered in darkness to really show the difference between them, and how deep she really is in it sometimes was amazing and just completely unsettling, especially the parts where she's in the corner of a room. I remember because you missed this the first time we watched it, when he walks in the room at the end and she's in the right hand corner and then she pops out from it.
No, I saw that.
You saw it, but then I told you when the scene started, she's in the corner. You didn't see her.
No, you whispered it to me. It's like, she's in the corner. I was like, I know. I remember.
Okay.
I remember. Yeah, no, you told. I know she was in the corner. It's just that when you whispered it to me, in my ear, because I saw her arm or something, right? But in my head I was thinking is that her? Or is that something else? Is that what the entity really looks like? Then you whisper she's in the corner. I was like, okay, so it is her. Like that. I remember it that way because I did see her in the corner because especially because you can kind of see her arm. You can kind of see her arm. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but you can kind of see her arm when she's in the corner.
You can see her arm, but also it's the way they do it, where they don't completely shade. Right.
It's not perfect.
So you can see a bit of it's not true darkness. If you watch the Thunderbolts, right, when Bob goes into the void, that shade of black that he is actual true darkness, right?
Yeah.
But it's this kind of this shadowy work where you can still see it's her and she'll pop out from places or do stuff, or even when she's at the door in the beginning at his house, right, when she comes over to meet because she wants to be a thing because she's under control and whatnot, and it's just she's just talking to him casually at the door and her face is all blacked out, right, stuff like that. It's just amazing.
Oh, one thing I want to this is one thing I want to add. This is definitely one thing I would like to add. It has to do with the Jenga part of the movie, especially because like a lot of my coworkers, right, they went to go watch the movie and they were like kind of contemplating like what was said on the Jenga piece. This is my theory. This is my theory. And before you always say your little catchphrase, let me stop you
Oh,
right there. Let me stop.
that. Okay. I was
Yeah,
just I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, that one,
yeah,
the party. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I don't
This
know what's going on with that.
yeah, this is what I realized, right? And it has pertained to going back to initially in the first part of the scene, right, where Nikki's kind of going over and they're talking back and forth with her story that she's writing, right? You know, Bear says,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's like a what do you call it? A romance?" Right? What did Bear
No,
say?
he says,
He said
"Is it a love story?" She says, "It's a romance."
no, swap. It
Is
was
it
Bear.
swap?
Yeah, it's swapped because Bear says, "Oh, so a romance." She said, "No, it's a love story." That's what it was.
Yep.
That's
Okay.
what, yeah,
Yep.
it was swapped. It was swapped, right? But Nikki, legit, right? She would never share her story and stuff like that with anybody. It's personal to her. She's working on it. She's fully putting her effort in it because really it is a love story. It's not a generic romance. It's not predictable. It's something she really, really wants to put like a lot of effort and stuff into it, right? She doesn't tell Bear what it's about, but she just tells Bear that she's working on it and they've shared that with each other. It's personal to her, right? So
Mhm.
like the true pure relationship they had as friends, right? When you get to the Jenga situation, right? And those Jenga games, you know, they're either gonna be like crazy weird, or they're gonna be the kind of games because it's mainly it's a game where you're forced to, or you want to drink instead of doing what it asks you to do. When the entity reads the bar, I realized what the question was. I may be wrong about this, and I remember I explained this to you, and I also explained it to my coworkers, and they were like, "Oh, okay, I can see that point." I think what it said was do something that terrifies you or drink or like say something that terrifies you or drink. I'm pretty sure that's what the bar said.
That's all. I get what you're saying with that.
Yeah,
The problem
because
is, I just think
well,
it's too broad. I just
it,
think that kind of question is too broad.
it is, but like those are the kind of it might be like a shorter version of it. That's just like what I can pertain from it. But like mainly the reason why I'm saying that is because real Nikki would have never shared that. Like she would have never shared that, right? And it goes to show how much control the entity has over her for entity to just read something like that, read something so personal to her because the entity doesn't care. The entity doesn't care. It's just gonna do wherever it's just the entity. It's just the entity. It's not truly Nikki. Nikki is there behind the scenes watching all the evil that's going on, but like the entity was just able to fully read what she's been working on, it's personal to her, what she's been working on for a while now. And I just thought that like wow, to really lose your autonomy like that, to share something that's like probably like really important to you, really deep. Because not a lot of people, especially like artists and stuff like that, they don't even want to share what they're working on. Like until like it's perfectly done, they're not gonna show it to you. They're not gonna like really go hype off with it. They're gonna like keep it to themselves until like they fully feel like it's done perfectly, right? But
Mhm.
just getting that thrown out there, I was like, wow. Also, like the undertones with it was wow. That's just something I really wanted to add with that. Like I thought that was interesting. Like that's like what my last thing will be. Like I thought that was wow. Like that just got me. Especially because that speech was good. That whole, especially because it made you feel so creeped out, freaked out, and like the eye contact she's giving Bear while she's reading it, I was like, dog. Especially after we learned that like when Sarah and Nikki have a conversation, she literally calls Bear her like brother. Like, that's my little brother, like kind of situation. Like it's not anything like romantic in that sense. And like
Yeah.
going into that story and you're seeing it as like I was like, wow, dude. Yo, the writing on this was peak. Like,
Mhm.
bruh. All right. Any closing statements, Maj?
People, careful what you wish for. All right.
Absolutely.
The whole point of this movie. All right. Is you may think what you want is what you want until you get it and you find out, damn, you done screwed yourself up. And
Also,
also, don't be Bear.
please do not be Bear.
Stop being
Please.
Bear. I'm tired of the Bear people out here. I'm tired of seeing you. Get out the streets. Clean yourself up. Respect yourself and the people you love a bit more, if you would. Huh?
As people that kind of go into like the situation of being either Bear or Ian, for people who have gone through or have been Bear at certain points in the time, like legitly, truthfully, man, at some point you got to choose yourself. Absolutely, especially if you know for a fact that like that person that you really love, like, doesn't really like you back. At some points, you got to just understand that. Choose yourself, put in the work within yourself, and find something to actually see people that actually do like you and appreciate you for who you are. And as for the Ian, the friend archetype, yo, if you see your friend being whacked, please say so. Please say so. Like, even if it's something that, like, you know might mess up the friendship, like, as their friend, you gotta tell them straight up what's going on, man. You gotta be honest with them. I don't like it. With your boys, you gotta be truthful with them. You gotta have their back, especially if it's sometimes like you gotta call them out on their nonsense sometimes, like legitly. Like, it goes both ways. Like, for Bears and
You're
Ians.
scared to call out your boy. He ain't your boy. All right.
True that. It goes both ways. Like, come on.
Self-care.
Help each other become the best men y'all can be. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, that's what having a boy is for, bro. It's having a brother that even when your brother can't be around all the time, bro, you have that brother that can help you out, man, be there for you, bro. Like, please, let's. Oh God, but that's really it. That's really it, man. That's really it. And don't be making no dumb wishes, dog. No dumb wishes.
Be beaten. I wish for $1 billion.
Actually, yeah, except for $1 billion, because there's no way. Some people theorize that when he wished for $1 billion, though, it got stolen from like a bank or something. Like, they said, like, there has to be an evil to the wishes, no matter what. But I don't believe that. I think $1 billion just came out the sky. I really think $1 billion.
$1 billion came out the sky. I don't care where it came from.
Exactly.
If you want to get specific, this isn't no monkey's paw out here. What Bear wished for happened. I wish she loved me more than anyone else in the world. And that's what happened. It made her that loved you more than anything else in the world. It made him $1 billion right there on the spot.
It made Ian, yeah.
He didn't say, I wish I got $1 billion from the bank. Right? I want $1 billion.
And it came out of the sky.
It fell. It made those $1 billion, just like how it made a different person that inhabited Nikki's body.
Would you what like if you had the wish roll, would you make a wish? Would you make any wish?
I wish for infinite wishes. What are you talking about?
Bro, no! I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
I wish for infinite wishes. And my second wish would be that I can annul any wish I wish to annul.
Oh. Okay, you know what? There you go. Because the reason why I would
my
say
third wish would be that I really need to mean what I say when I wish for something.
Okay, that's smart. All right, because I was about to say,
I don't screw myself up in the middle.
Like, you actually say, like, man, I wish that, like, you just out of nowhere, you just say something like you didn't really mean as a joke. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have wished for infinite wishes. Honestly, I'd probably just wish for the money. That's really it. That's all I really want. Like, just for the money.
After that, just to be extremely safe, I wish for a video game style checkbox would come up in front of me before I make any wish, like a yes or a no. Did you really mean that?
A confirmation.
No.
Yes.
I want a confirmation button right there. I want to hit that in the sky. I mean that. You ain't gonna trip me up.
Would it have the little bottom bar that says, it's like, don't ask again? Would you make it have that at the bottom?
No, you gonna ask every time.
Every time.
I have the time.
Oh my gosh. That'd be crazy, bro.
I have the time to go. I wish. Oh, I'm falling. I wish I wasn't falling. I wish I was safe on the ground. Coming up. Bing. I have the time. I can push it.
Oh man.
Use my mind if I want to. You know, this is tech. Y'all gotta be ready for this. Ready every time it comes up. Be ready. All right. Have it planned out. Don't come out here being a bear. That idiot said, I don't want you, I'm going to everybody else in the world. Stupid. Wish I had the confidence. That's what you should have wished for. That's why I love that guy in the convenience store. He said, my wish, I made my wish.
I'm chilling, bro. I got what I wanted.
I can't help you if I wanted to. If I could, I wouldn't. Bye.
You know what's supposed to be? Both the person on call and the guy in the store, they're both had me cracking up because they're both like, dog, that's on you, dog. I don't even care, for real. He says, like, she's obsessed with me. He's like, oh, well, that's not that bad. He's like, no, bro. He's like, oh, all right, well, get out my store, bro. I don't be caring, bro. That's on you. I'm good. I'm chilling.
It's for somebody else. I don't care.
My gosh.
Pay me the money. Messed yourself up like that.
Another stupid thing though, all Bear had to do was just probably literally just go find a random person, give them like $20 and just say, I just need you to make this wish for me. That's literally all he had to do, and everything would have been fine. Like, that's really all he had to do. Like, if he just found a random person, just a random person, gave him $20 and just said, hey, I just need you to make this wish, boom, everything would have been done too. That's another thing. That was like something I was thinking about. That's all he had to do. Just find a random person, give them some cash, make them make a wish. They think nothing of it. It's bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, all right, but that's it, my lords and ladies. Let us know in the comments what y'all thought about the movie. Oh God, I feel bad for Logan because this is really long. But let us know in the comments what y'all thought about the movie. Let us know how y'all felt. Oh, we didn't even add on the whole reverse thing, but that reverse, like the part where they walk in reverse, that was another good part about the movie. But that's just a really quick shout out. That was amazing too. But yeah, Obsession. We had a lot of fun watching it. I can't wait to see anything but Ghosts. I really am looking forward to that. We're definitely gonna go see it, Machi. They're
Mhm.
like absolutely. But yeah, and I just hope that especially for all the directors so far that have made movies, Markiplier for Aaron Long, Kane Parsons or Kane Pixels for Backrooms, and then you also have Curry Baker. And I just hope that truly these three start making more and more movies, or even more YouTubers make movies. Especially, I want more original ideas. I want more weird movies. I want more crazy movies, man. I don't want the same equation, the same dribble. I want new stuff. And 100%, Machi, me and you, bro, bro, before the time of our lives end, bro, we got to make something ourselves. Like that is one of my main hopes. As we grow this channel, bro, is that me and you can write something together and make a good movie. I feel like that would be fun. Absolutely, that's one of my hopes. But thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching, and tune in for our next movie review. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.